Goats Podcast.
All right. We are back in the building. Quote Goats Podcast, episode 9.
Let's get it. Yes, sir. You know the vibes, man.
Vinnie's here.
I'm back in action, you know what I'm saying? Had COVID.
Yeah, man. We all had that shit.
Horrible feeling, man. You know, but wifey took care of me and shit, so I'm good. You know, got on the Zoom with Tommy, complained about the shit the whole time. So I'm back, though. I'm back and recovered, man.
Yeah, same here. I had it. I didn't have such a rough time with it. You know, it was like one night where I had like mild flu symptoms and shit. But other than that, I had like snuffy nose and a little cough here and there. But shit, I built my son a whole fucking playground in the backyard while I had COVID and shit.
Shit, you saw me. I was in the bed. I was dying and shit. Like, damn, like, I'm panicking, you know. I'm
anxiety kicking in.
Hell yeah, I'm over here thinking I can't breathe. And I'm over here. Yeah, it was horrible for me. I ain't gonna lie. But I was really upset about the whole weekend not being able to go to the pop sneaker.
Oh, yeah, the pop-up sneaker. That was horrible timing.
Horrible, man.
We was looking forward to that. I know I was looking forward to it, and it was gonna be our first live event. You know what I'm saying?
But more to come. You know.
Yeah, more to come. I think they're having another one in June, and I'm pretty sure they want us to be a part of that one and shit. So it is what it is, man. You know.
Yeah, you know, I had to be responsible. You know, I could have came and shit. You know
yeah, we could have just rolled up in that bitch, gave everybody corona.
Yeah, but yeah, man. If you got COVID, man, make sure you take care of your health. Drink a lot of water. That's something I had to do. Get all the fluids back. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shit in OD, nigga. Damn, nigga. I had diarrhea, everything, man. Shit
Damn, yeah, they say it could cause a little diarrhea and shit.
Shit.
But yeah, we got a special guest in the building, Mr. Tony Tone. Goddamn. Tell him a little bit about yourself, man. I ain't even gonna break it down to him. I'm gonna let you break them down to you, all your accolades and everything you've been doing since you've been out here in Germany.
Well, first of all, I want to say much love to everybody out there in the community. And, I've been here for quite a few years. My name is Tony Davis. I came here with the military in the, I don't want to tell y'all.
Go ahead, man. Give them the real deal.
I guess it's going to come out sooner or later, say somewhere in the wash. So, yeah, I came here in '89. And
lit airs.
Oh, man, some years ago, man. So I came here, and after the Gulf War, I chose to get out. Stay here. I had a couple opportunities to perform as an artist. Mm-hmm. Working for some old school artists is a guy named P.M. Sampson. I'm sure you guys probably don't know who that is. He had a song.
Sampson.
He had a song called "I Love to Love," and it was a big hit in Germany. I toured with him as a bass player because I played bass prior to coming here, and then I ended up singing when I got to Germany.
Okay.
So everybody in America knows me as a bass player. You know, I had bands in the States. And not the most thorough, but I could play. And anyway, so I got here and I had a chance to work with P.M. Sampson, tour with him, and then I had an opportunity to work with a guy named Captain Hollywood.
Yeah, I know Captain Hollywood.
Yeah, so I had
Good
a
dude.
chance to work with Tony, man. He's a cool brother, good friends to this day. And I wasn't planning on staying in Germany. And then I got an opportunity to work for a telecommunications company selling mobile phones and computer devices also. Mm-hmm. It worked out for a while, and then I decided to
say fuck that shit.
Yeah, basically. After they robbed me. So
okay.
So a few things happened, and then ended up getting out of there. So a lot of people knew me around here. They called me Telephone Tony or Laptop Tony for certain reasons. Connect. And,
Just giving free cable out here.
Basically. Yeah, so it was a wild time, and man, it was selling phones and stuff out of my trunk, man, just getting by and everything. So, after that, then I ended up, I guess, let's say end of 2000. I ran around a lot as an MC, so I MC'd all over the place around here.
How did you get into that ultimately?
That's a good question, man. There's a brother named Alley Cat, because he lives in Mallorca now, and they call him Big Daddy, if you ever heard of him. And he's the guy we did Ice Ice Baby with Vanilla Ice. So we brought Vanilla Ice over here and did Ice Ice Baby 2000.
He did the vocals or what?
Yeah. I was executive producer. My partner Alex, he went to the States, met up with Ice. He said Ice picked him up in a big old 4x4 down in Florida. recorded the vocals, came back to Germany, and then got a deal with Universal and did Ice Ice Baby 2000. So if you ever heard the dance version, so that was our team.
Oh wow,
Oh damn.
Yeah, and Ice came over here.
Nice little piece of history right there.
yeah, that's lit.
So I got a couple pics in there with Ice. Got to meet him. He told me the story about Suge Knight personally. So
But Suge Knight like hung him over the balcony and shit.
yeah, he said.
Word?
He said,
Ice, that
yeah,
happened?
They was trying to extort him for money and shit.
for contract. And
Like the
everything.
white
Yeah,
boy,
for a contract. They wanted all the rights to fucking all his shit.
the Ice Baby, like
Yeah.
Ice Baby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That joint?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Suge Knight hung him
Yeah.
over the balcony.
Suge Knight was trying to strong arm that nigga.
Hey, sign right here.
Did he do it?
Yeah,
He did it?
Yeah. He told me. He told me. He said that shit happened, man. I said okay.
Suge Knight said it didn't happen like that though. Of course.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thanks, man.
I never heard that story. I gotta look that up on YouTube.
I think I heard somebody tell that story on Vlad TV or something like that. Maybe Ice.
Yeah, but Ice. I'm just telling you that Ice told me. Yeah, that happened, man.
So does he have? Does Suge Knight have rights to this song right now?
He probably still got it to this day. I don't know.
I'm not.
I mean, the nigga in jail
sure.
since till forever, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, but I believe he does. Yeah, because they went there and did it with his management. Alex went there and they did the vocals over. He did Ice Ice Baby again. Alex came back here. They cut a dance version of it, released it with Universal, and it was out. So we was running around doing shows. But what happened?
So they re-recorded it after he signed it away. They re-recorded it so he could get the rights to it again.
Well, he still had the rights to do it because with his management team, he went and talked to Ice, and so I guess he still had the rights for it because he did it with his management and everything. Yeah, and I forget the cat's name.
He probably makes a lot of money off that.
He
song.
still lives from it, and then so he came over here. They did the video and stuff. They did a show called Top of the Pops. It was really popular in Germany. It was a big show, and then it got to MTV, and what happened is. MTV made a couple bad jokes about Ice Ice Baby and him being like the one hit wonder and everything. And he was like, he got really pissed. He's like, man, F this stuff. Tore up the TV camera at the MTV.
I
MTV
vaguely
station.
remember some shit like that. It was when it was kind of coming out that he was. Did it ever get exposed that it wasn't his vocals singing it and shit?
No.
That was Milli Vanilli.
Billy Vanilli. I know. Those
They
guys.
from here too, right?
I know him personally too. I can tell you about that. We got on the road.
Damn, that's crazy. That's pretty.
He tore up the camera at MTV. So he said, F this place. I'm not coming back over here, which he hasn't been back since.
Yeah.
Say he wasn't coming back. He hasn't been.
Oh, he ain't came back to Germany.
He said he wasn't coming back doing no shows or nothing. So
Oh,
he hasn't
okay.
been back. So far as I know, in all those years, and that was 2000. So
He do a lot of reality shit in America, I think.
he still makes money.
I don't even know
he
who this dude is. I've never seen.
You know the Ice Ice Baby
I've
nigga?
never seen a picture of that nigga.
Somebody phone ringing.
Yes, I have to play it back one time.
not mine.
I turn it down. Yes. Yeah, so he after he did that, what happens, we put together another unit with another guy named Alex, a German boy who had a similar look like him, and we called him Sticks, and then Sticks went out since we had the rights to still perform the show. So Ice wasn't here no more. Song was out. So they said, well, we got to carry on. So they said, okay, we take another rapper who kind of looks like him, dyed his hair blonde, and went on the road and started doing shows and stuff.
That's
Oh
amazing.
damn.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's a cool story, man.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so we went on the road, and then, it worked out pretty good. They did really good with it. It was a fun time.
And from there, you linked in with a lot of like people from that era, right? To do shows with and.
I toured around with Captain Hollywood. There was another artist over here called Haduchi. I don't know if y'all remember that.
No, I never heard of Haduchi.
But he was a really big artist, and so we toured around Germany with that. It was so big they even had it was all in the press because they had a double ganger, so we had two units going out at the same time.
Okay.
The original going here and the double ganger going here, so everybody jumping on private flights, knocking out all these shows because some of the shows and all that stuff hit the fan eventually and stuff.
Oh damn! Y'all was swindling the people.
Yeah, it was like,
It's like, wait a minute, that's not him.
Yo,
the show swindlers. The show swindlers. Yeah, really. It wasn't me. I was just going to ride.
Yeah,
for
nah,
it.
yeah.
Only
You
thing
gotta
I
do what
said-
you gotta do.
All I said was, "Hey, how much?
Yeah, thanks. Get the
How much
bag.
the gig? How much the gig?" You know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it wasn't. Yeah. So it wasn't me per se. I was just going along for the ride. I had nothing to do with the whole setup or anything. I was just the guy in the background going, "Okay, I'll take the gig."
Yeah, I feel you. I would have took that shit
that's
too.
all.
So I would have been like, I ain't know.
Yeah,
So that was a real
it ain't me. I'm not Vanilla Ice. That's his name, right? Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Yeah. Van Winkle. His last name is Van Winkle.
What a last
His
name.
first name. Yeah, Van Winkle. Yeah, and he's really, I mean, you meet him, he's kind of edgy dude, man. You know, most of the people see him as kind of corny from the air when you see the song, but when you meet him, he's like doing a lot of rock stuff, edgy stuff, and it actually is pretty good at what he does.
Where is he from? Cali?
Miami.
Miami.
White
Don't
dude.
quote me. He's from Florida, but I won't quote Miami.
Yeah, I gotta look up. I never really looked into like.
Yeah, that's some old
I know
school
the
shit.
song,
But you know the song,
it
though.
was 100%.
It was
Everybody
huge.
know that.
It was a huge hit.
Ice, ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
just know
dun.
the dance too.
It's a dance to that shit?
Like
Is it like the
MC Hammer.
scissor? Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
MC Hammer
So
dance.
that is, yeah, I forget how it goes, but yeah.
MC motherfucking Hammer.
Yeah. So I did that, man, and then so it was a Haduchi thing. Then Captain Hollywood ran around with him doing a lot of shows. I did a tour with him and DJ Bobo. I don't know if you heard of him. He's dance era stuff.
Yeah.
But huge artist from
Captain
Switzerland.
Hollywood kind of started like the whole dance music scene out here a little kind of, didn't he?
He's the pioneer of dance music. He's the pioneer
In
of dance
Europe.
music. Yeah, he's the pioneer of dance.
Oh, he rich.
like house type joint or like
4/4.
okay.
Dance music, and he's the pioneer. Somebody found him on the street dancing. His story.
He told me that whole story, how he used to like he went to a club and they wouldn't let him in or some shit. So he started dancing on the street and started garnering a crowd on the street, and then they started inviting him in the clubs to do the dances and shit.
Yeah, he's one of the first break dancers over here, you know, and he was on the streets dancing like out in the Fuskanger, the city area. He was out dancing, and somebody saw it, took a picture of him, and then came out with an album, Break Dance's Greatest Hits, you know. So then he saw it in the music store, and it's like, whoa, my pictures are here. So, somebody told him either way it was.
Yeah.
And he saw that, got a lawyer, sued him, got some money, and then came out with a track, his first track, which was a group called 24/7. They had a hit called I Can't Stand It No More, and it went really good, made some good traction. Then he went, he furthered from there to his biggest hit, More and More.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I was just gonna say his bigger hit song was More and More.
Yeah, and he couldn't. He said it took him. I think around 2 years he proceeded going to companies with the track. And
He had to
said it
work
took him a
it.
couple years to even get it going.
Yeah.
Everybody turned him down. Everybody went, that's not going to work. Forget it. That just goes to show you when you believe in something, man.
Yeah, man, he's definitely a determined dude. Even to this day, he still tour around Europe, and he toured with his wife and shit too. Like she be performing with him, right?
Yeah, her name is Shirin, and they live in Florida. And
Ballin'.
they pop over here sometimes and do some shows. It's been a little.
But he started out here.
Oh yeah,
He was in the military out here, I think, and
Yeah,
got out and then started.
he did. If I'm correct, I think it was 3 years.
Yeah,
And he told me some. Forgive me, Tony. Let's put it out there, man. But he said, Tony, man, I couldn't even pass the test to get in the Army, man. He said, my brother, man, got the recruiter some weed, man, and got him in, man.
That's how you do it, man. He really determined.
yeah.
We laughed about it, man. If you know his start, man, he said he came in the Army, man, and all he wanted to do when he got inside and everything, he said, I just wanted to dance and stuff like that. Wasn't taking it too serious, and then he got a chance to go on a TV show called Formula 1. Formula 1 was like in the 70s, 80s, was really big over here, big TV show. And he got a chance to go on there and dance. And this commander was like, nah, you're a soldier first, military first and everything. It's like, and they were like, man, he got a chance to go on Formula 1. That was like a big show. And anyway, so he snuck off on the weekends, went and did a little dance contest there, won, came back, got Article 15. And then he said shortly after that, then he just got out the Army.
They kicking out, or he just got out?
Yeah, the Army don't want to see you shine like that.
I think he had Article 15. I don't think he got kicked out. I think he just finished his time. I'll hit him up. We talk pretty often, so.
Yeah, the Army don't want you to glow up like that. No. Soldier first, you heard him.
Yeah, exactly, man. But he said he went on out there and did it, man.
Yeah, my cousin toured with him too. You know, Willie Will.
Yes, he did. I've been out there with Will a couple times with him also, man. Will's a bad rapper, man. He's a bad dude, man.
Yeah, he be on tour with what's her name?
CC Catch. No.
The chick that sing You're so vain. Mr. Vain.
Mr. Vain. I'm supposed to know, man. I'm supposed to know. Forgive me, Will. What's the name? What's the name of it?
What the hell is her name?
I don't even know. Y'all putting me on game.
It's all old school stuff.
But it's interesting. Like,
there was so many brothers.
Tanya Evans. That's what her name is.
Tanya Evans. But I forget the name of the group.
The original voice of Mr. Vain or some shit?
Yeah, but I can't think of the name of the group. Culture Beat?
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Culture Beat.
And they still be doing all these big 90s, 80s festivals up there at the everywhere, really, all over fucking Europe.
But they still make money, man.
But here, it's like the same place where they had a hip-hop garden.
Yeah.
They have bigg-ass fucking old school festivals up there and shit.
In the summertime.
Right.
Yeah.
I did one with I guess before COVID.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of people. I guess about 6,000 people out there. So
people be going crazy for that fucking old school music too, boy.
It works, man.
That's the thing. Once you get a hit, you can perform that shit forever.
That's what Wood been doing. He's been living on it for forever, man. The hits from the early 90s, man. Still bringing in paper, man.
I definitely got to go to one of these festivals. I've never been to one.
Yeah, just to check it out, man, and just to see. There was so many brothers over here in the market, like in the 90s. And it's like then Germany decided they wanted to get back to their base language.
Yeah.
And they took all of it out.
Yeah, deactivated a lot of units.
Oh, there was tons of them over here, man. They was making money, man. Lots. I got a list of brothers over here who was just making really good money and performing, but Germany wanted to get back to their base. And so
the base music.
Language, get back to their base language,
it's back to their culture.
It kind of happened like that with rap too, because I know when I got out here, it was fairly easy for me to get into the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because I looked the part. I looked like a typical Black American rapper and shit. I sounded, you know what I'm saying,
everything
authentic and shit. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, like, you know, Germans always love American culture anyway. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, the music. Like black music was the hottest shit going, you know what I'm saying? And now, and like in the past few years, it's done transitioned back to the German audience listen to more German rap than American rap, I feel like.
Yeah, because the Germans have learned to adopt it and do it in their own way, you know?
Yeah, they done took the style and just put their own language to it and shit.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's probably simpler for the locals to...
Yeah, for sure.
Listen to something in their own language that they understand too, because they don't. I feel like the German rappers and stuff like that, like they ain't rapping about like what we rapping about, and Germans can't really relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you like a Tupac, something very very iconic.
Yeah, but for a long time, like every German rapper thought he was 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They was the gangster bodybuilder looking dude speaking about. Well, you know what I'm saying, gangster shit, even though they might not have really lived that life or whatever, but now they all sound like Migos and shit with the auto-tune or they mimic
what they've heard.
Yeah, of course.
But that's cool too, you know what I'm saying?
When you hear them trying to get pretty gangsta up in Berlin, Frankfurt and stuff like that, you hear
there's one like I like Luciano, like he a German rapper. I like him. He's good.
I don't think I ever heard.
Yeah, he makes like drill beat type German.
Okay,
he sounds like he's like the Pop Smoke of Germany.
So that's right up your alley and shit.
Yeah, I really like him. I don't understand him.
But how you feel about them like co-opting?
I don't feel like I don't feel like of course as a rap comes from us, but at the same time I still feel like it's an art that however you take that and you put it
make it your own and flip it to you.
I don't think it's predominantly for strictly black people, you know what I mean? I think it's a type of art, you know what I'm saying? We got You got singers, you know what I'm saying? They're black, white, all types of, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I get it. Rap comes from,
From America.
But from America, but it's, rap is about, struggle, and people struggle everywhere.
Yeah,
You know
true,
what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
True that.
So, however you can incorporate that, I feel like it's cool. Now, if
Yeah.
you're in there, like, I think any rap, depends on what type of rap you like. Because me personally, the rap that I like, it's like, you got to really be living what you talking about.
You gotta be authentic.
Now, you got rappers who just rap about things that they've not living, and it's kind of like
Slim Jesus.
yeah, you talking about what they doing and how they had to do this, knowing damn well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shit, Americans do it anyways too. So I mean,
Yeah.
it don't really matter who does it.
I just remember like when I first got here and I saw like black music everywhere. I was like, what the fuck is black music? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I was like, is that some kind of like?
It was
Say what black
music.
It's still they still call it black music,
Yeah.
and that's hip hop. You know, like
I guess it's everything that encircles what we do. Just black sound, black music. I mean, yeah, they don't mean
You
any harm
see
by
signs
it.
that say black music.
yes,
Yes.
nigga, every
Yeah.
flyer, black
Black
music.
music night.
Yeah, nah, you
Yeah.
gotta show me what it is.
Black music.
You don't
night.
never see that shit.
Yeah.
I know the one has like black night. Or something.
Yeah, every club have a black music night
Yeah.
section, whatever. They don't call it hip hop. We call it black music, nigga music.
I didn't want to say it on the podcast. But beat music. Yeah.
Damn.
No, we say it. You can cuss whatever you want to say on here.
Oh, okay, that's good, man. It's a free space here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We chilling.
MySpace.
You feel comfortable here.
Outspace.com.
This shit said black music. I ain't never really noticed that.
Yeah, I had some back on the music scene here. One last thing, I had a partner here named Joe Thompson. He's with a group called Down Low. So that was before Down Low came.
That was before it
Known
was
for
for homosexuality.
yeah, and he was so pissed when that all went down like that because he's not about that life at all, man. And so there was the first hip hop group in Germany. First known hip hop group was Down Low, and
First English.
yeah,
Okay.
first one.
This shit called Down Low and they homosexual.
No,
They not homosexual. He said when
not even
he said
remotely.
when Down Low became meaning
Known.
like you in the closet or you sneaking and geeking and shit.
Okay,
That's what
I get
that's what their
it.
name was, and then that shit came out and they
He was
fucked
like-
him up.
He's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Did they change the
man.
name or he just quit?
No, man, he got millions of followers over here. He made, he has a couple gold albums and stuff.
But he couldn't take it to the
big,
States with the Down Low name though.
It's like, wow, damn, what do you do? And but he made all his money over here, man. Had big hits. It was before any of that. Can you imagine how that would feel? And it had nothing to do with that. He just thought
Yeah.
that we Down Low, but nothing to do with that because it was way before that stuff came.
Yeah.
So and then he was like, Tony, man, this is so fucked up.
Damn.
And so I just talked to him today, matter of fact. But he's doing good. He made a lot. He's done he's got a few gold albums, and they've toured all around Europe. Man, does quite well, and he's just getting ready to reactivate some stuff because he still has a brand, even though it was
It was kind of
hitting the
tarnished.
head with that. Yeah, but
Damn, Down Low.
but he still has a brand. Yeah, and he's a real cool brother, man. He's like a third Dan man. What do you call it? Steven Seagal. What does he do? Steven Seagal's martial arts.
He does
Aikido.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the third Dan Aikido man, sword master man. He's up there killing things.
Oh, he know how to do Aikido like Steven Seagal.
Oh man, I hate every time I go around him, man. He's twisting me up, man, and showing me something new, man.
They say that Aikido shit is some bullshit though.
Every time I go over there, man, he's
There's
like,
a UFC fighter who fights.
That dude does Aikido
Yeah, nigga.
Oh,
like
man.
Steven Seagal in the movies.
I'm telling you, man.
When somebody 3 niggas come out and he just slap him in the face a little bit and they go flying across the room.
I'm telling you, every time I
Oh,
go around him,
nah,
man.
I'm thinking of something else.
You talking about judo,
No,
jiu-jitsu,
I'm talking
Brazilian
I'm talking about where they be like they dance and joint.
That's
That's
capoeira or
that's
some
what-
shit.
I was thinking-
Capoeira, Brazilian.
Yeah, that shit. The people. That's a real fighting. Like
Yeah, that's
motherfuckers
real
do
shit.
really
But
good.
Aikido is a
Brazil.
I
little.
never seen this.
You never seen the Steven Seagal movie?
Man, you talk about the old
The
dude.
old fat. He fat now.
Got flat
Yeah,
again.
the one that's like a cop and shit in movies.
Yeah,
Yeah, with the
right.
ponytail.
Yeah.
doing them bullshit moves.
Oh man, hey,
Yeah,
I tell you what, we'll invite him him up for a podcast.
Yeah, invite him.
And let him
I'm gonna see if he can goddamn not Steven Seagal, but the
Steven
nigga.
Seagal, yeah. Just say, show me something, and just.
I want to see because it looked like bullshit in the movies.
Is it? It's real.
Oh my God. It is no joke, man.
He did some moves on you.
He hit
Oh
you.
man, that's why I said I hate to go around and he always want to show you something. You leave it there like twisted up. You know,
Like he be hitting pressure points and shit.
yeah. I mean, just
It's like a martial art that like kind of uses your momentum against you and shit.
He said, "I love it, man." He always told me, he said, "Man, Tony, I love it when the big guys come because they just got these muscles and they look at you." And he said they come and the first thing they do is they want to lock up. He said, "I got you."
I need to pause everything you just said in that little statement right there.
Yeah, he said he just wait for. He always.
This nigga said he come in with the muscles and they come and
They come and they go like he said they don't even know it. He said I'm just looking at him. They're just a target when I see him, Tony. He said they just don't.
yeah, he
know.
gonna have to come through because I'm a little skeptical on that martial art right there.
Talk to him about.
He gonna have you bent up like this on the podcast.
We'll see.
It's something else, man. I mean, he said he got home, man. He told me, man, excuse me, Joe, man, I gotta put this out there, man. He said growing up, man, it was just tough for me, man. He said people bullied me around and stuff. And he said I just always had it in my spirit that, man, I want to go ahead and defeat that demon inside of me and go ahead and go to war with that demon and pick myself up, get my spirit up, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Martial
And he
arts
went.
or any type of like
Self-defense.
And is it kind of like I didn't mean to cut you off, but is it kind of like you saw the dude on like YouTube or like on the memes?
The cop nigga that be like
dude,
doing them dumbass gun moves and shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
He be like, take the gun,
Yeah.
and then it be heaven after the meme.
It's kind of like that.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like that. Yeah. But for real,
you gotta get him on here.
But for reals though, man, I was just blown away, man. He said he got home, man. He said 'cause his brother always messed with him, man, when he was growing up, you know. And he said he hadn't been home in a few years, and his brother's like 6'3", 240, something like this. And he says so his brother always handled him, you know, all his life, you know.
Yeah.
Then he came home after years, and then he had at the time like a second Dan or whatever. And he got over there, and his brother, he was doing something, and his brother just ran up on him, man, from behind, like old days, like yeah, little nigga. You know?
Yeah.
And he said, man, they said, no, man, I sent my brother flying across the room, man, and everybody's like, Jody, stop.
Damn.
Hit him with the Aikido.
Yeah. He said, because he just rushed him like old days, and he said, and then it just flashed in his mind. He said, man, it's not, that don't work no more, man. That's done. That's over. He said he had his brother down, pent up, brother going, stop, let me go.
He probably felt good as a motherfucker at that point.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this all my life, nigga.
Yeah, and he said, he did. He said, next thing he knows, but hey, man, show me some of that stuff, dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to show me too.
Yeah, it was quite impressive, man. So, yeah.
That's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Let me take a sip of the bubbly.
Go ahead. Y'all ready to hit on some of these topics?
Yeah, let's get on these topics, man.
I mean, you know what we got to talk about.
Yeah.
The slap heard across the world.
He said, what he said? He said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
That's how he said it.
When he said it the second, at first, when I saw it, we got to play it before we even talk about it. Go ahead, Chris. I think it's the first video. Slap the up. Nah, the next one up. Yeah.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
So this is where I was like, okay, it's a joke.
Yeah.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
Brace yourself.
Oh.
Wow. Will Smith.
Oh, man.
See, that's like, yeah. First off, who thinks it was staged?
I don't.
The only thing that just gave me a question mark, I heard those comments too, but somebody framed it.
Freeze framed it. The wine I caught up with.
Freezed it. Yeah, somebody froze it up, and you can see him like bracing himself for the slap. bracing himself. So
I
saw that friend. I don't know, cause like you get ready to get slapped, you don't ready up for it. I mean, it's like,
but he didn't. If you look at it like that, cause he was laughing as he was walking up. You know, he was like, like leaning over, laughing, like, what you finna come up here and do, Will? Yeah. And if you freeze frame it, it looked like he leaning into it like this, but he really just laughing with it, like he got a toothy laugh. You know? He didn't expect it. I don't think he expected that shit.
Way he did.
But at the end of the day, I have to agree with y'all, man, because Will's response was, okay, first he laughed. He laughed at the joke.
He laughed, yep.
He laughed at the joke. That's what threw everything off. He laughed at the joke.
Genuinely.
Yes, he did. They looked over at they didn't show it. They didn't pan over, but the wife's face was a little bit disgruntled, not very happy.
They showed her face.
Yeah, they showed her, but they didn't show the connect with him and him looking at her. I didn't see.
Yeah, they didn't show the interaction of her probably like instructing him to do some shit.
But he could have been. He could have still laughed. He could have still laughed. Like it could have looked genuine. He could have still been mad about that shit. Like I done laughed about some shit
and thought
in my head like nah,
wait a minute.
Or just did that fake little laugh. You know what I mean? But he probably saw his wife's feeling too, and she probably felt embarrassed. Yeah. And exactly what what I've been hearing. Like you don't know what like makes her upset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At home. So it's probably something very like we was talking about the whole the whole entanglement shit. And maybe that's something that don't bother them. But this is something
I think it bothered
him.
I think it bothers him, but it's been so talked about. You know what I'm saying? The whole entanglement shit, like that's been. But I feel like her hair loss shit is something serious. Like to her, it's probably something that emotional damage. No, so you get what I mean? Like, and Will, I'm on Will's side, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like. I think it's unprofessional.
Yeah,
how he handled it. Yeah. But the fact that I know it was real. It was an authentic smack. Like where he didn't care, Oscar or not. Like, bro, he's human, bro. Like, if I feel some type, if you catch me in a moment, I don't give a fuck if I'm getting my, what do you call it, my acceptance into heaven. Some shit got me hot.
But at that point, he didn't know he was winning the Oscar, though. At that point, he was still just nominated, had the possibility of winning. You know what I'm saying?
But, still the Oscars. So,
he's still at the Oscars and shit. But it's like, this, I got a lot of takes on it. But for me, it's like, okay, Chris Rock told a joke about Jada, you know what I'm saying, being in the sequel to fucking G.I. Jane. Not even that much of an offensive joke. Okay, she's bald. She's bald because she got alopecia. Alopecia is an autoimmune disease that does nothing but make your hair fall out over time. You know what I'm saying? And she's not completely bald. Like, she still got stubble up there. You know what I'm saying? And for real, like, if she was to grow her hair out, she would still have. You probably wouldn't even notice. She would still have a full head of hair. She just got a little line at the top of her head. You know what I'm saying?
Video.
Yeah, and she said that she showed it in a video. And you can see if somebody really had like patchy hair to the point where it would be embarrassing to grow it out. You would be able to see it if they got that the length her hair is now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even that serious. It's not life threatening. It ain't like she fucking got leukemia and been going through chemotherapy and could possibly die, and her hair.
Just because it's not our seriousness, we don't know how she feels about how serious.
Man, okay, that's true, but you know what I'm saying? It's
but there's no but to that. You can't put a but to that.
But does it constitute Will? My point is that alone doesn't constitute Will going up there saying fuck everything and slapping Chris Rock in the middle of the Oscars, you know?
Yeah, but this is my thing. He did it. So, I mean.
Yeah, he did it. But it couldn't have only been about that alopecia shit. It was everything built up from the entanglement, from Jada being on the red table, telling all their business and shit, fucking humiliating him, the Tupac shit. She was
embarrassed. She seemed a little embarrassed when they said that. So it probably all like hit him at once.
My thing is he been struggling with the whole shit this whole time, but he been trying to stay jolly Will Smith that everybody loves and holding that shit back this whole time. Which is professional.
Because they've been we also gotta be fair. Like they've been coming at him and his family like hard.
Yeah, but
like,
who fault is that?
It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
It matters. It's Jada's fault.
Everybody, it's a consequence to every action that you do.
Yeah,
I get it. But at the same time, everybody on a regular basis, just because they celebrities, I get it. They celebrities, but at the same time, you can't say that they celebrities. They got to be careful what they say and their responsibility.
Yeah.
But at the same time, expect them also not to be human. Like, they still human.
Yeah,
you know
I agree
mean?
with that. He is human, and he definitely showed his humanity in that moment. But
like, I think if I was in this situation, like, shit, I've been in that situation to where, I'm so like over the top with shit, and then you just snap. Like, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if that's how he was, then hey, that's how he was.
But you never ever seen Will Smith like this before. You know what I'm saying? He always been controlled. He always been super professional. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, all that shit stemming from Jada oversharing has been boiling up inside of this man, and he finally let out a glimpse of the torment that is going on inside of him. You know what I'm saying? And he probably did it to appease her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
go ahead. I see you over here.
What's your take on it?
Yeah, what's your take on it?
I get what you're saying also. But like I said, this guy has been, how long has he been a professional actor? 30 something years, forever, right? He knows the Hollywood game. He knows how to play this game. He knows very well what's at stake. He knows that he's a smart guy.
Brilliant.
But it seems to me that he's a bit over infatuated with this woman. It's like he's been trying to prove himself since the whole Tupac thing. Tupac probably was talking back in the day about him like, oh man, that dude's soft, man.
Corny ass, jiggy with it, nigga.
Yeah. Oh man, he's a clown rapper, and I'm the real deal. And she's seeing him as such because she said, I love Tupac. That was her.
Yeah, but I heard Tupac's personality wasn't like that.
Yeah, he wasn't living gangster. He wasn't.
If you heard Hit Him Up.
Yeah, but I'm talking about real documentary
persona. It's
on
a
him.
real persona.
He's a very, very nice. They say Tupac was a very nice person.
Well, he said himself that the women thought he was too nice. Remember in one video, and he said then he realized he had to change his attack, which is probably what Will's doing right now.
But regardless of how he was, the woman that Will was in love with another man, and that was Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. And she loved this street edgy type of dude, and Will was making these poppy Mr. Rogers raps, which made him very rich.
Yeah,
worked for him. So nothing against, no disrespect for him, but this whole thing by her bringing him to this red table. It's like, you got a 1% man in America. He's the top of the 1%ers.
Yeah,
and in the world, he's in the top 10 men. I mean, just from his persona.
Yeah, like any woman would be glad to be with Will Smith.
He could just grab fruit running down the street, man, just nonstop. But anyway, he's infatuated with this woman. It doesn't end for a guy like this.
Fact.
Yeah, that's true.
And he could be as lame as he wanted. It's still gonna fall in his lap just because Will Smith. But anyway, he's infatuated with her. Then she turns around, lays up with her son's friend. I mean, that's like
wow.
That's like and she's just saying, I need
this man.
I need to feel good.
Damn, yeah.
And she told him that.
She's at the red table. She brought
on
her
the red
husband.
table talk.
She brought her husband to the table.
He said, "What happened, Jada?"
Did you see?
Like,
Did you see his face? Go back and run his face in your mind.
He wasn't hurt. Like,
he didn't do it like this. Yeah, Jada, tell him what's up, baby.
Nah, that's a fact.
And she was like, "Oh, just a little entanglement."
Yo, he was hurt.
He was like, "What you mean entanglement?" He was like, "Look, entanglement. I needed to feel good."
Oh man, he broke her soul. Bro.
He was. She broke his soul.
She broke his soul, bro.
And he had to sit through it because it's like it's on now. It's gone. It's already out there and everything. So she done drew him to this table. To my eyes, she should have been protecting this man. Everything she has
don't give
is
a
built
fuck
up
about
on
protecting
him.
him.
No, because she doesn't respect him.
Exactly.
He's just a ride. She's a man. I guess if she was younger, she would go ahead and monkey branch right now.
Probably.
Probably. I don't know. But he's, like I said, he's that top 1% guy, and she's hanging on to the ticket.
So you don't feel like there's any realness on her part? Like, and
What you
I'm
mean?
sure to a degree.
after this situation, do you feel like, because apparently they had this conversation, like he knew. I mean, they did put it out there that they both knew about this situation before they was on the table talk and stuff like that. So
That's how they spun
That's
it.
how they spun it. But the fact is, she did it.
Yeah.
As her son's friend, even if it's accepted.
And he was sick at the time.
Yeah.
He came to them needing help. You know what I'm saying? Remember,
Yeah.
August was going blind at one time.
Yeah.
Niggas was dying in and out of the
Financially.
hospital and shit. And that was the time that she fucked him. She was like, he came to us
For help.
needing healing.
And she healed him.
And it feels so good to heal somebody.
And she healed him.
To be needed.
She sexually healed him like Marvin Gaye.
Damn.
And this is her son's friend. This
Imagine
is
if
deep.
Willow would have brought home Zendaya or some shit. And
A
she
young
was
chick.
And she was sick as shit. And Will fucking...
Would have been like they rape, he like, you know, something with
That nigga
Bill
would have been...
Cosby.
He would have been in there with Bill Cosby.
Yes. And she, wait, if I get it right.
Bill Cosby would have been walking out the court. We're doing it a little...
And Augustine, man, how old is the brother? He's
think
like
he was
21,
young.
22,
Yeah,
21?
he was young as shit
Why
at the
would she
time.
do that?
And she's almost 50, banging a cat 21, her son's friend. This is deep, man. This is
No, he would
heavy.
beating that thing.
And her
man.
husband is a big star. Oh, man.
You know he was doing her wrong, nigga.
Continuously.
Do shit.
Oh, man, he was twisting her in the bull monkey hump, man.
Yeah, man.
Twisted it left, right. But that was, I mean, and this guy is so big, and for her to do that to him, she should have been protecting their brand. It's like, I can't do that. I'll go up the street and bang this guy over here, an older gentleman outside of our circle, but not my son's friend to this guy.
And made
But
him fall in love too. That's why he ended up exposing it, because
making a rap.
Because she did him wrong. He felt like, you know what I'm saying?
Made a rap.
He loved
Dissed him
he
again.
loved her, right?
Yeah, he was like, if he said, if I die right now, I'll die a happy man, because I felt true love with Jada.
Because I felt the inside.
He said it in an
Will's
interview.
wife.
He was like, I can die right now, because I feel like I lived a lifetime when I was with Jada and shit.
Because I felt the inside of Will's wife.
Yo, how do you deal with that? How does Will Smith deal with that?
okay.
I feel bad for son, bro. Like,
Me too.
And so that was the basic point, man. That was just really driving home with me and everybody. And then he made a rap after that, and he said something to the.
He made the song with Rick
about
Ross,
that. He mentioned that.
the entanglement track.
So why Will didn't
Dope
get the
track.
same energy? Everybody's like, well, Will, why you didn't have the energy to go attack that? But then Chris, over a little comedians say the most.
yeah, but
edgy
I don't think he, you know, and I think that's what I mean. His mistake that he made, he addressed it. I think I think his mistake was genuine. Like, he really made a mistake. He probably recognizes like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. I don't think he was doing that spitefully. I think it's just like, you know, like everybody else, man. When you snap,
It was a knee jerk
it was
reaction.
just like, fuck, man.
agree.
You
Snap.
know,
He
so
snapped. I
I
agree.
feel bad for him. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like he went through. And I'm sure, you know, behind closed doors, him and Chris Rock probably had a conversation by now. It was
no,
just
they
like-
haven't talked yet.
They haven't.
I've been keeping up with it. They ain't talked yet.
Not yet.
He released a statement. He cried later on in the night when he got his award and apologized to the Academy. And then earlier today, he apologized to Chris and shit. But Chris still ain't released no statement and shit.
Yeah, but I think they know each other. You know, like
But I think they've been having beef. I think they've been beefing since the last Oscars. Because you remember when
the boycott.
the boycott when Jada started the Oscars So White thing.
Right.
And she was trying to get all the black people not to go to the Oscars and trying to get Chris to resign from hosting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he pretty much was like, fuck you in so many words, and then joked about him
Yes.
at the Oscars and said a much more disrespectful joke about Jada then. And I think he said something to the effect like, so those were way more disrespect. It's still not crazy, but he was pretty much saying Jada wasn't even talented enough to be
'cause-
invited to the Oscars.
If somebody else made that joke, he probably wouldn't have reacted like that. So it was probably like the entanglement. He was like, I wish a motherfucker would say something about entanglement shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he said that. He was like, oh, that motherfucker said some shit 4 fucking years
Yeah, they
ago.
already didn't like him because of that
Yeah.
shit, you know?
And then
'cause-
he was probably like, Nick, fuck
and
that.
other people, I
all
think
of
like
it,
3 other
Yeah.
people made entanglement jokes leading up to Chris saying the joke that he made, but they was all women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he can't just walk up on stage and slap a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I
I mean, if he did, it would be even more egregious. But he probably sat up front, just waiting on Chris Rock to say some more shit. You know?
yeah, because
I think it was premeditated.
But that's not Will's first time smacking somebody.
Yeah, he smacked like a reporter or something,
yeah,
right?
He be smacking motherfuckers.
But that was like a tap. That was like,
Because now I seen Charlamagne post something on the Breakfast Club, basically say like he doesn't think that he would have did it if it was somebody else.
like The Rock or somebody.
Yeah. But I don't think so. I think Will. I'm gonna be real with you, right? I think Will Smith, like, granted, he does what he's supposed to do as a celebrity.
Yeah.
But I still think Will Smith is like real. Like he's a real person.
Yeah.
Clearly, he gotta be. I don't think it had to do with Chris Rock. I think if it was anybody, he would smack shit out of him.
I don't think it was anybody though.
I think he smacked somebody.
You imagine him walking up there to The Rock and slapping The Rock?
Yeah, he probably get beat up, but
I think he would have thought twice if it was Dwayne.
see, that's I don't know. See, that's the thing, right? When I'm mad about me personally, when I'm mad about something and I'm like genuinely mad about it, like
You throw all logic out the window.
Not logic. I don't fear no man, bro. Like it's like whatever.
Yeah.
I just think
disrespect me on that level.
I just think it's a choose your battles thing. I mean, you have to really choose wisely. I felt personally,
I go there,
I was
smack
like,
the
Will.
rock.
I was
God
like,
bless
Will,
you after that.
I was like, Will, this is your big night. I mean, an actor's dream is to.
Yeah, he been waiting. That was his first
Get an
time
Oscar.
winning the fucking Oscar, and
So
He
he
still
had
got
won
it.
but he hadn't won at the
they
point.
might take it back though.
I heard that
They considering
that it's
what kind
not.
of disciplinary shit they gonna do against him and shit.
But I just felt like I said, this is your big night. This is it, man. This is the big one. You know, you're going for. He was up for it. And I was like, and then to let that entangle, it's like Denzel said, you like the demons come for you at your biggest moment. You know, it's like spiritual attack right at there, you know, trying to block his road. And I was like, we'll sit back, suck it up. And when you get to the podium, then go ahead and voice your opinions. Go ahead and say something.
But he
about
probably was like, fuck that. He tired of
He
being
was.
the butt of everybody joking shit.
Oh, he definitely did that. That's for
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. Like, bro, like he knew. Like he's like you said, he's brilliant. He's smart.
Yes.
He knew exactly what where he was at.
Yeah.
The opportunity, like, you know, him about to get the achievement. And he knew all that. So he
was.
like, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, and that's another thing. Like whether you agree with the situation and you don't agree with the situation, like at the end of the day, like taking the Oscar from him now, like we know he won. Like you know, it's like we know he won. Like that's just okay. Y'all took it back because he did what he did.
But y'all think it was solely his decision, or you think Jada looked at him like,
No, I think
go defend my honor,
No,
nigga.
no. I think
Or I'm gonna cheat on your ass again.
No, I think it's damn, that's fucked up. I think it's like the situation. You feel me? Like I just feel like what the public eye and the whole Jada's not really liked right now. So
No,
it's
I don't
kinda
like her.
Yeah, I don't really like what she did. I wouldn't say I don't like. I don't know her, but I don't like what she did. I think what she did embarrassed Will.
Augustine likes her.
But
yeah. He loves her.
yeah, but like that doesn't justify her as a, you know, we don't know her in the public eye. Yes,
I mean, I know from what she puts a lot of their business out there. You
Yeah,
know,
but I'm saying though, but still,
I don't know her personally, but from the persona that she projects to the world and the media and shit, I can't fuck with it.
But there's a lot of people who project something and they not.
But I think she dominates the home. I think she's running that house.
Yeah, she wears the pants in the household.
I don't
To a
think
degree.
like their relationship is like he dominates or she dominates. It's just like
Come
they
on.
do whatever.
There's no middle
She
way.
dominates.
How
man.
she don't? It's not like she makes him do shit. What does she make him do?
There's no
Who
50
knows? She make him probably sit there and watch her.
Yeah.
He probably a cook.
Because what I heard about their relationship for why she even had her entanglement was because they was both on some like
They broke up.
Some freaky
do
shit.
on it.
Some freaky shit. They's on their
Yo,
own.
yo,
but supposedly
look,
they
look,
broke-
So
what?
I gotta ask you this, right?
Okay.
I still like, and I tell my wife this all the time. I'm like, tell me what your view is. I feel like when you're a celebrity, you making like buku money like that, like Will Smith. I think I said this to you before. I think you just be into like weird shit. Like money changes you, like, you know,
Like sexually, though?
like bro. Like you always hear stories from people who are like iconic that you wouldn't expect something, and they're involved in some weird shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the money, like really, like for
Opens
example,
up other possibilities.
like for example, T.I. and Tiny. Like, even though, like, granted, like they try to put that shit out, like basically that they have sex with like other couples and shit like that.
But it's broke motherfuckers to do that shit too.
Nah, but I feel like it's just like the image of the celebrity though. You just wouldn't think that they're doing that. But it comes out finding out that they are really.
But not most celebrity couples, you never hear no shit like that about. But you hear Will. It's been rumors about Will and Jada going on like that forever, you know. And I feel like me and my wife, if I was to become a fucking multimillionaire tomorrow, nothing is gonna click in my wife's head that say, okay, we can fuck other bitches now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I heard once you get involved, bro, I don't know. I heard when you get into that bracket, like shit like comes to you, bro. Like it's like
maybe it puts the man in the position to be like, yo, I got all this bread. I got way more opportunities now. And if you want to stay with me, you have to accept that now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That could be, I can see that scenario.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's a lot of truth to what you said though. I really, it's a lot of truth.
I don't know how to explain it, bro.
I get that it's not everybody, but I think it's a lot of truth because Cat Williams was talking about that one time too. He said, once you start getting a certain bracket, people just start approaching you. Yeah. Certain people approach you and start inviting you to
bro, I swear I see like a
it could be. It could open up.
Start inviting you to other rooms that are close to others. Because Cat said he went through a mansion. He said, I was just walking through. I don't know if y'all saw that live thing of him talking about that.
No.
So he's walking through the house, checking out different rooms, opening doors. He looked in one room, people that we know, and he's like, oh, shit. Close that one.
Yeah, bro, I heard that too.
Guys doing shit with guys and people who you would never think would cross these roads.
Yeah,
it's like the movie The Purge, bro.
Yeah,
it's like The Purge, right? Like they had the they had the certain groups that was doing certain things you just wouldn't expect. It's like the ones that was killing the most was like the presidents and shit.
Yes,
it is like that. It's like niggas just be weird, bro. Like
it's like Dave Chappelle. That's why he lives in Ohio in Spring something, Ohio, a little freaking village. He said just to get outside of that whole Hollywood lifestyle, he moved in a little village.
Yeah, I heard
just
Hollywood,
to get away from that whole scene.
Yeah, I heard Hollywood is wicked, man.
Hollywood.
I heard that shit wicked. Like that shit get you into some things.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just saying, I just think it opens a lot more doors to a lot more stuff, and people do more freaky stuff with all the money.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
I feel
up to you.
I feel like with this situation, like that's why I don't even like I'm not saying Jada's not fucked up. What she did on a like. People with morals, like, that have morals and shit, that's fucked up what she did. But I feel like on Will's part, he is upset about the outcome and shit. But I feel like they knew some nature of what was going on, and he probably just didn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he did do an interview where he said at that point in time, they had decided to go their separate ways and shit. They had decided, you know what I'm saying, they didn't want a divorce. But they separated, and he said they both gave up on making each other happy, and now that's like they new marriage philosophy. Like he's responsible for his happiness, and she's responsible for her happiness, and they don't look at each other like everything you do got to make me happy. I got to make myself happy, and then we come together in both of our happiness, and we, you know what I'm saying. But it ain't nothing either of them supposedly can do that would be a deal breaker for them at this point.
Right.
But my thing is, the same way he protected her that night, even if he was...
Would she protect him?
Would she do that to him?
Fuck no.
Nah, he's a beta boy to her.
Yeah, she go on the red table and talk about, she talked about like how she wasn't satisfied in her sex life with him and shit.
She said it's on the table. This is your man, in the world's eye. This is the stuff this woman said.
But you got women out there that's gonna be like, she's being true to herself.
Yeah, most of her fans be like that.
Yeah, but like I think like it's okay to be true to yourself. You are, at least she is being honest. She is being honest.
But come on, man, you gotta protect your husband.
I understand that, but I'm gonna say, but you also in a marriage, you're obligated to protect your husband, and your family.
Just like he protected her by slapping Chris Rock and tarnishing his name forever.
And she didn't even, I saw a post. Somebody was like, she didn't even like protect him to stop him from even making.
Yeah, I saw that post too.
Grab his knee or something and just
like, no, Will, we gonna handle that later.
Yeah.
She was like, going up there.
You saw the one I sent you? The me is like, I'm not impressed, Will. Tupac would have shot him.
I saw that.
Just leave it off. Just leave it off for a second.
Yeah. Saw that?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Oh, man. I just think he should. What is Will worth, y'all? $3 million?
He got to be a few $100 million.
I wonder what his ex-wife
I
thinks.
say split it down the middle and run.
I heard the ex-wife and him, like, they just split on some date. They friends.
Yeah.
They really good.
Yeah, they good for the sake of their kid.
For the sake of their kid. Did they have problems?
No,
I don't think
They just separated because of Jada.
I read Will's book,
know.
or I listened to it on audiobooks. But I listened to the whole thing.
It's good.
It's pretty good. Okay. It's some tidbits in there that I think led up to this whole thing too. But on his ex-wife, like he was married to her first.
Okay.
And I think they had their kid. I think his name is Trey. And then I don't remember exactly, but I'm just gonna paraphrase. Like they was together and Will was getting more and more famous. And she wasn't really, she's not Jada, she wasn't an actress. She wasn't in the entertainment business and shit. He was getting money, then going broke and getting money and going, it was like really up and down. And then but he at no point wanted to divorce her because he was like, once he was with a woman, he was gonna make it work. He always wanted a family and a wife and kids and shit, and whatever he was gonna do, he wouldn't go above and beyond to make her happy, make his kids happy, and he wanted, like, that was one of his ultimate goals in life, to have a family and shit.
Hey, maybe that's what's triggering this into this too.
Listen though, and then she decided that, I don't know, she decided she wanted a divorce or some shit, and around that same time, he met Jada at a shooting of A Different World, I think. The
some type of shooting.
Cause she used to be on that college show that Bill Cosby produced with Dwayne Wayne and was it A Different World? Not Family Matters. It was the college show.
Different World.
It was a different. I think it was A Different World.
But he met her on a shoot.
Yeah, he met her on a shoot, and she didn't really. He noticed her, or maybe they spoke, but she didn't really. She wasn't really into him and shit. That was around when she was cool with Pac and shit. Right. But he just felt some energy from her that he had never felt from his wife.
The same one that August Alsina felt.
Probably. And ultimately, he left his wife for Jada and shit. You know what I'm saying? And but he was about to, and he started dating Jada while he was still married to his wife. And Jada made the decision because the wife changed her mind and wanted Will back. And Jada told him, he told her that, and Jada was like, go back to her, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of your kid and shit. And then he was like, when Jada said that, he signed the divorce papers and was done with his ex-wife and shit, because he was weighing his decision on what Jada was gonna say about it and shit. And because she was so selfless about it, even though she loved him, that he chose Jada. And then but Jada was like, I want a relationship with her too. I want a relationship with your kid, and we all gonna be
Some weird shit.
a big fan. Not a sexual relationship, but she wanted them. She didn't want no beef between them. She wanted them all to be close, and she wanted Trey to be like her son, and Will still tell his ex-wife he love her and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it ain't nothing sexual. But they just like a big old extended family and shit. And
Which
but
I feel like that's
cool. I got no problem with that.
No problem with that.
But the thing that I think led Will up to like making himself get up and slapping the shit out of Chris, in his book, like the recurring theme in the book is like, because the whole thing is centered around his relationship with his father.
Oh yeah,
that he called Daddy-O. And his father was real abusive to his mom.
I heard of this.
He used to beat her up and talk to her crazy and shit, talk to him crazy and shit. But he still loved his dad, but he at the same time he hated him. Right. Even thought about killing him at some point because of how he treated his mom and shit. And he said that's why and the way he coped with that was being funny. That's how he became funny, and why he always wanted to perform, because that's in his mind, that was how he would stop all the tension in the house. He would just come in there and crack some jokes and perform or rap or some shit, and everybody would be laughing and be entertained, and he would diffuse the situations and shit like that. And that's how he developed into becoming who the person he is today. But he said,
interesting.
He said, but that's all he felt like. That's all he could do, and he never felt like he really defended his mom. He always felt like a coward. He throughout his whole life, he was like, I'm a coward, because I never stood up for my mom, and that's the person I love much more than anybody, I just kind of tried to, revert the situation or get everybody a mind off of this shit, by being the clown when I should have whooped my dad ass or some shit in his mind, you know what I'm saying? He even got to the point where his dad was dying in a wheelchair and shit. And he was like taking him, I don't know, to the bathroom or some shit, and walked by the stairs in the house, and he was really contemplating like throwing that nigga down the stairs and killing him for the shit that he had did to his mom and shit. But he didn't, and his dad died shortly after that and shit. But I think that shit, cause that in the book, that shit was really fucking with him. No doubt. So now
it's like a deep wound.
Yeah, super deep wound. What you thinking about murdering his dad and shit? So now
I understand it though.
Yeah,
crazy
I do too.
thing.
And imagine thinking like that, and then people constantly disrespecting your relationship and your wife and shit, and then
the next woman that he loves.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he loves Jada. Like,
and he was probably been feeling like a coward trying to preserve his image this whole time, and then at the Oscars, he finally reached that boiling point. All it took was that fucking little alopecia joint. Yeah. And he was like, nah, fuck it. I'm not a coward. I'm not a coward no more. I'm going up there. I'm finna smack the shit out of this nigga.
Shit, man.
I agree. He was on edge, man, for many factors. It wasn't so much the joke. It was just, that was a trigger,
Yeah, man. But God bless him, man. I hope he gets some healing energy.
Like Charlamagne said.
But shit, like I hope Jada, same with her. I don't like to sit there and just talk bad about. I don't know it, but like I hope she also reflects and sees the things that she's caused. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she is though. I think she is so. I think she's a bit of a narcissist, and she's not really cognitive.
The kids are smart as fuck though. So like, why the kids go out there? I wonder if the kids do a statement or talk on this, or I would like to hear that.
But Jaden, he tweeted, he was like, "Yeah, that's how we do it."
That's how we do it.
After the slap,
man, sit your little self down somewhere, man.
I like him though. I really like him. He's a good kid.
He's making some good moves too.
Yeah, I really like. I know he got some weird things about him, but
definitely, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, but I mean that's just his personality because he does a lot. He does a lot.
Yeah, he does do a lot.
Yeah. He's like his dad.
He's talented.
The dad, I mean, that's one thing about Will Smith, though. You can't, he made that mistake, okay, at the end of the day, it's Will Smith. Will Smith has done a lot for a lot of people.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's I heard one thing he did was, he gave, a payment to, his whole staff for something.
On a movie?
On a movie, because, I mean, come on, he
gave him all bonuses or something.
He's
a nice guy. He's
nice
fucking
guy.
Will Smith, he's the fucking national treasure,
Yeah.
So
I saw some of the people's rants and shit, it's totally out of the question. I was like, yo, bro.
Somebody said on Twitter, he could have killed him. With a slap. Shut the fuck up.
I saw that too, man. He could have killed him.
It's like, bro.
Man, come on,
man. He smacked him. It wasn't the smartest choice. He apologized. You got motherfuckers on radio stations to talk about nappy head L's.
But what about Chris though? Say it was you up there on the stage and the nigga what?
I don't give a fuck. Same way he would have been Oscars. That's it. Nobody's gonna. I'm not a coward. I'm smacking the shit out of him. The same way I would have had in my head, motherfucker, ever did some shit like that. I would beat the shit out of him.
I wouldn't have slapped him. I wouldn't have slapped.
You wouldn't have retaliated?
I'm talking about if you got smacked.
If it was the same scenario, I'm sorry. If it was the same scenario, I think I would have stayed chill based on the audience and based on the fact of saying, look at them brothers up here. because it's still going to turn into a them situation. Even though the facts remain, this guy just slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I still, it's like one of them things we have to weigh it. Saying, you know, is it fear? No, it's not fear, but I'm making a decision. But I will deal with this later.
That was a split-second decision, though.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, it's a split-second
If
decision.
you
It really
smack me
is.
on national TV, we gotta
You go-
get
Yeah,
busy.
my mind would have been like, hold up, this shit live? I'm on that.
Yeah.
No way, I would have had to do something.
I could have pulled back because I'd have looked. As soon as the smack came, of course you go, get this nigga. But then I look out there and I see this big audience and go, I gotta weigh this whole thing. This is bigger.
I would've been like,
I
yo.
get to the platform and say a couple words or whatever. Well, he didn't get to the platform.
I would have been like,
got
yo, cut the camera out to beat this nigga's ass. I would have been like, yo, cut the camera.
I'd have stole him as soon as backstage. I just stole him as soon as I see his face. I just stole him. Wouldn't say a word. I just fire.
Yeah, man.
Wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't.
My brain. I mean, I'm not saying this shit sound hard
Yeah.
or nothing. Like my brain, I can't even like that. Maybe that's something I need to work on personally. Like to have that self control because my brain can't like smack. I would have got smacked. It would have been.
Immediately, like a
that.
reflex, you know.
Exactly.
Me too, you know. Nigga slap me. I'm not thinking about the consequences of the situation. All I'm thinking about, smack. I got smacked, and immediately my feet are getting into place. My shoulders are fucking squaring up.
Bro. You got to think. That's why self defense is legal. Like you know, like if that wasn't the case, self defense, I couldn't be like we're at the Oscars. Like
Yeah,
fuck
like
that.
slow motion. Hold up.
Yeah, let me think.
We're at the Oscars. We're two niggas on stage.
Nah,
All right, everybody's looking.
They was gonna have to see two niggas.
But he
fighting.
didn't square up or nothing. All he was just like,
I think he was-
wow.
I think he was just like he took it was the magnitude of the situation. Like he professionally thought exactly how you said. He handled it. Like you know, I'm at the Oscars. You know, this is not a professional thing to fight back. But you know, but if that was like some let's say that was like some average today.
It was just two
type
guys.
nigga,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like from somebody from this generation, they would have been fighting.
Yeah.
But I think, and this is a take I ain't heard nobody else mention, but I think not what saved Will, but what a contributing factor to Chris not like retaliating immediately is because he has a mental illness. He kind of slow. He got Asperger's syndrome. He's autistic. So I don't know, but maybe he just couldn't process it fast enough to like retaliate. You know what I'm saying? He admitted it like 2 years ago that he like a little socially slow because he got Asperger's syndrome and shit, and that's why his comedy is the way it is. You know?
Oh well, shit. He did very well in that movie he just played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it don't like.
He's not like
It don't hinder him like professionally, but it's why he speaks the way he speaks, why his comedy is the way it is. Cause you know, like autistic people, to me, autistic people are fucking hilarious because of the way they talk about and approach situations and shit. Because it's like nonchalant humor. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think that's a contributing factor to why he didn't like immediately slap him back or punch him back or no shit like that.
He's like, it's a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah, it was
dude.
nice.
It's
Wow. Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
You
Yeah,
might
he
want
handled it well though.
to save that in your podcast. That's pretty good.
Like I don't knock
that wow.
Yeah.
Like
For real.
I don't knock him. I don't knock him for not reacting though either. It's
Nah, I
just
don't
like,
really knock him for that.
It's just like whatever happened. It's
Yeah,
just like,
I
bro,
never
you got
looked at
smacked.
Chris. I never looked at Chris Rock as like a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's no really slight or no like
if he-
asterisk on his name that he didn't like
What if he
retaliate.
slapped like Jay-Z?
Yeah. Nobody was
Jay-Z
looking
would,
for
you think Jay-Z would start fighting?
I think Jay-Z had PTSD from that shit because remember at award show he got smacked up by fucking
Oh, really?
Beyonce's sister
Oh nah.
in the elevator.
I'm talking about Jay-Z getting smacked by Will Smith. Like,
I think he would have smacked Jay-Z.
I think Jay-Z would have smacked his ass right back too.
Yeah,
Jay-Z would have
New York-
stabbed his ass up or some shit.
Yeah, because the Jay-Z not no pussy.
Nah, he ain't no pussy, but I don't think he like
I'm
would have
just thinking
intimidated him.
I'm thinking like off of like the professionalism. Like you think Jay-Z would handle that like professionally and not have done that? Or
Maybe. Jay-Z's a super professional, real calculated
I
motherfucker.
think
So
Jay-Z would've smacked the
maybe
shit
in the moment he wouldn't have slapped him, but Will wouldn't have made it out of that place without seeing somebody.
Yeah, I got to go back on that too, man. I told you, man, I wouldn't do that, but it's a hard call, man. In that moment,
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a
probably-
disrespectful thing, man. I told you, man, I would just
Smack.
chill, couch.
Yeah, he could have. He
Like,
might as well have
somebody
spit in his
open hand,
face.
Somebody
Yeah,
open
man,
like
it's-
I can't like I would have more respect if somebody came up there and punched me, bro. Like he just hit me. Like
Yeah, he open
bitch
hand
like you
smacked
somebody
him.
open
Bitch
hand
slap, they call it.
bitch slap me on national TV, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's like I don't know. Like that's like the number one like
Disrespect.
sentimental to get like you get
Yeah,
smacked
like smacked.
like by another man. It's like
Yeah.
that's like you're taking your whole.
Taking his manhood.
He's gonna be
Yeah.
that new Batman and Robin meme. You know what you always see with the smack.
He already is.
Yeah.
And I called it before and I saw it today. It's gonna be the new Batman and Robin meme. You know.
That's why Will didn't really accomplish anything by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now they just gonna be the butt of more jokes. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come at him even harder.
I bet you. I think they will. I think like
He already the last 2 days.
behind closed doors. Like, but I don't think anybody's gonna say no shit like that about Will Smith in front of him. I don't think so.
Yeah, they probably ain't gonna joke when he in the building.
Because people respect exactly what we're talking about. They respect like, yeah, he probably really going through some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the world agrees with like us, like with the whole Jada Pinkett Smith thing, with the like, damn, it's fucked up. He's probably really going through, like, a lot of people are feeling for him.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I think people will respect, and who doesn't like Will Smith, bro? Like,
Yeah.
everybody, I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be the most gangsters, like,
Yeah,
you
everybody
could be
like
like
Will
in the
Smith.
streets rapping, killing motherfuckers right now. If you meet Will Smith and you're famous, you're gonna like Will Smith.
Yeah.
Like, don't matter who you are. So I think he's like the OG. Like,
They
people
get so
gonna
they
respect him.
gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You
So
gonna ask for a picture?
yeah.
But that's
so,
when he in the room though. How often is Will Smith in the room with somebody who commentating on him and his family and shit? Motherfuckers
I mean,
gonna continue to go
that's
in
my
on
point.
them.
I don't think he'll do it again.
Not when he there, but that's my point. How often is he there? You know what I'm saying? They've
But
been
I think that's all that matters. And I'm sure the people that get talked about when you're not there, I'm sure like you get approached, bro. You're not telling me you don't get approached. You get approached. Will Smith is approaching, bro. I'm telling you.
So you think he running up on niggas
I
from
think
now
I think
on?
he gonna be run. I think like
Like Suge Knight.
I think he's still.
Yeah.
I think he's still a professional, but I think it's like,
Enough is enough.
oh, you gotta really watch what the fuck you say. Like, I think he's gonna listen to the joke. Of course, he knows jokes are coming, but it's just the jokes that's gonna be coming ain't gonna be on no disrespectful joke. Like, you
I
know?
think people gonna be disrespecting Jada even more, and he not going to go that route of slapping no motherfucker no more. Cause he gonna have like he not going to like jail behind this or no shit, and I doubt Chris sue him, but it's gonna be some kind of consequences behind this shit. And he already like I'm gonna read his apology.
All right.
Cause he even in his acceptance speech, you know, when he was crying, he was like he all about love and he don't want to be that guy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is apology. He was like, violence in all its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at the last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke at Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line, and I was wrong, and I'm embarrassed at my actions. I'm embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There's no place for violence in the world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family, my King Richard family. I deeply regret my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I'm a work in progress. So he pretty much saying, I fucked up. it was really unprofessional. It was really out of character for me, and I won't do it again. So he pretty much saying free reign for anybody who fucking want to make jokes again, because from now on it's gonna be all love and kindness.
Which he probably feels. He probably feels like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. So that's the thing. Like, I think as a celebrity, it's already hard enough to live like that perfect life that people expect you to live, because they feel like when you're a celebrity, you don't make these mistakes. I think that once you make those mistakes, or whatever mistake it is, it's about what you do after, like how you grow from that. Because I mean, at the end of the day, he did it. He's a celebrity. It's gonna always be in the back of people's mind. I mean, it's like for example, we talk about like Chris Brown. He beat the shit out of Rihanna and stuff like that. People still throw that in his face, even though Chris Brown has grown like a lot from that situation. But I think like for the people who are like, oh, he's supposed to set an example, and he could still set that example by learning from his mistake. That's how you teach people.
True that.
Things.
Right.
Learning from your mistakes. So if he makes a choice not to, free reign and people make jokes and it's free, whatever, okay, then, then he's going to show exactly, that means he was stuck. He was a man to his apology. His apology actually meant something, or he's just in the back like, motherfucker. I don't know. But, hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I guess we're going to see how that all unfolds, but I feel for the man, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously all that shit had been boiling up in him for a long time, and that's how it came out. But it's fucking gold as far as content, because everybody been fucking talking about that shit for
I was shocked.
Me too. I woke up and somebody sent me that shit in the text. I watched that shit.
To you.
Yeah, you sent it, but somebody sent it to me before you, and I was half asleep looking at that shit, rubbing my eyes, and I was like, wait, this shit fake. Then he yelled that shit, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I was like, damn, Will
real.
ain't that good of an actor.
Nah, that shit real now.
Yeah, because the first, when he smacked him, I was like, oh, that's just part of the show. And then it was like the audio.
The audio.
Say keep.
And how Chris was like.
Then I was even like, what'd he say? And then he said it again.
He was like, yeah.
Yes.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Oh man, I was like, Will
You could
Smith?
feel the tension, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, but Will ain't no pussy, bro. He Aki. Like,
This nigga played Muhammad Ali.
Like, people think Will, his personality might be nice, but I mean, if they don't want to change Will now to get him on Demon Time, because if he was on Demon Time, that bitch is not, he ain't no little ass nigga.
Next thing you know, he gonna be on the track with 5'4".
Bow.
But he was letting that shit out, man. It was a lot of aggression. It wasn't just so much the joke, man. It was a lot of shit came out in that, man. It wasn't just that.
Nah.
You heard it all. He was letting it out, man.
He been struggling internally for a long time. But much prayers up for Will, man.
Prayers up. I'm totally, if you want to come on a podcast and talk about it, you can come on a podcast.
Yeah,
bro.
we extending the invite.
We definitely on your side, man. I ain't gonna lie. And ain't gonna disrespect your wife or nothing like that.
Yeah, no disrespect.
She's bugged out.
Yeah, she is bugged
she's
out.
Bugged
man.
out for what she's done to you, man. But totally on. You know what I'm saying? I wish Jada the best too. Like, I hope, I'm saying for real. Like, I know a lot of people like fuck her, but at the same time, like, everybody needs, everybody makes mistakes, and she's making big mistakes. So
Over and over.
Over and over again.
Just the old Nelly, right? The country song. It's all in my head.
Yeah, man. Any other what's up?
Yeah, it's another thing I wanted to touch on. I don't know how much time we got left. How long we been going? Huh?
9 minutes left. Yeah, let's get on. Let's go tap into this.
Y'all know who Leah Thomas is?
Leah Thomas. Tell me the story. Like, I ain't good with names.
It's a transgender athlete.
Yes, I know. The swimmer.
Is this the swimmer?
It's the swimmer. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
We know her.
Okay.
So let me tell this person.
This person. All right.
We don't say they. You know.
Okay.
So this person named Leah Thomas.
Think about it again.
I can't remember. I think their name used to be William or some shit. It's a biological man.
It's still Will.
Yeah.
William was his name?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. Some shit like that. It was a dude's name before
Wilma.
Leah. And they a swimmer, I think at Penn State.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They swam at Penn State for like 3 years as a man on the men's team.
It was nice at it.
I mean, you got to be a certain level of nice to swim at an Ivy League school. So yeah. But he was ranked, or they were ranked like, well, I can say he, because at the time it was a he.
Okay.
That shit's so confusing. But he was ranked like 450th in the world for swimming as a man. You know, so I think that's mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
But you still ranked out of other people.
Yeah, it was ranked. So. You know, but 450th. You know what I'm saying?
Say, I swim, nigga. I ain't ranked.
I ain't ranking shit. I'm gonna sink to them. But yeah, and then they felt like they was in the wrong body, wanted to be a woman, started the whole transition process, and it's like certain rules that the NCAA put into place as far as swimmers, to where they have to go through hormone replacement therapy and get their testosterone levels down to a certain percent, which is still like 3 times higher than a woman's level of testosterone.
Shit doesn't make no sense.
And
you making up shit. Like.
But they made these rules, and to this person's credit, they followed the rules to the T and met the criteria to swim with the girls. Okay. You know, and it's been going on it's been in the media for months, but not as loud as it is now, because, you know, they started winning races by a very large margin, breaking all the female swimming records and shit like it wasn't shit. I'm talking about winning by like 15, 30 seconds, like unheard of like margins and shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were in support of it, because they say if you feel like you're a woman and you should be able to compete with the women. And a lot of people against it, because they saying if you're born a man, you a man, you know, and you biologically a man, you got a man. Even if you lower your testosterone, you still got a man's bone structure. You still got a man's muscle mass. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker is huge. He like 6'7", 6'8" or some shit. Way above the average height of a woman.
It's sick.
You know? And recently they won the NCAA championship in the women's division for swimming and shit.
Okay.
And yeah, what y'all take on that one before I give mine?
You already know my take. My take is your take. I already know what you gonna say. Shit.
What's your take, Tony?
Like,
God bless America.
Hey,
Exactly.
my take is whatever Boosie gotta say. Shit, Boosie right about it, man.
Boosie was like, that's cheating.
Yeah.
If I was there, I would be like, get out the pool.
Hell yeah, man, because that shit is, I don't know, bro.
Transformers coming into the world.
My nigga said Transformers.
Nah, that's shit though. I actually want to mention this in the podcast. So, and I'm gonna run it past. I was gonna run it past you, but I said fuck it. Let's go say it. Okay. So, what is you guys' take on this? Like, basically the question that you asked me. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to ask the audience, and we're gonna post it on our Instagram, and we're gonna talk about it. You know, for the first maybe 10 minutes of the next podcast, what people have to say inside of the, the DMs on IG.
Yeah, so like an open discussion.
Open discussion. So, start doing that for some engagement.
Yeah, for sure. What I mean? For sure. But go ahead and give your take on it, Tony.
Oh, man.
Because you old school.
I mean, when we was growing up, man, we used to go at them pretty hard, man. I mean, just words we use and stuff, and all that stuff is out the window nowadays. And I respect everybody living their lifestyle the way they choose. It's all good, but I just think a man is born a man. That's what you are, and to live your life as you choose. But when you start talking about competition, you start putting these people in MMA rings and stuff, and boxing and wrestling. And I think once a couple of these girls get bashed up really bad, is when the reality is going to set in, and people are going to say, "Hey, why don't we just make a classification for those people?"
Yeah,
this is MMA for the Transformer community, and this is.
That is a fact.
They've transformed. They've transformed. So these people say, "Oh man, you can't say that."
I never heard nobody
Transform your
say
life.
Transformers.
Transformers, robots in the sky.
They really in disguise.
Yeah, but it's
Optimus
not-
Prime in the pool.
I
Goddamn.
mean, and that's it. But go for it, do it. But I think they really need to make a category.
Yeah,
for these
wait
people
till
because
one of these girls get knocked, like MMA for something. One of these
It's
girls
already
get,
been
It's
happening.
already been happening.
I'm
but
saying where a girl gets like they
Murder-
kill one of these girls or something like that.
Nigga,
They like-
MMA, a transgender
they gonna
MMA
charge-
fighter fractured a bitch's skull in a match.
I mean, what is it? 7 times? We have 7 times power of women.
I don't know what the times is, but
It's a lot.
it's not. It's no myth that men are just
Yeah, of course.
born.
Stronger.
We just born stronger than women.
Dominant species. I mean, it's just what it
Yeah,
is.
wait till one of these girls get killed, and they gonna be like, this motherfucking male killed. They gonna change the whole
It's
shit.
still. It's always gonna be people defending that shit though. It's
Lock
just
his
for me.
ass up.
For me, it's like
Yes.
like you said, Tony. Live and let live. They want to if they feel like that, and they want to live as the opposite sex. That's your prerogative as long as you ain't infringing on nobody else. And in sports, specifically in sports, where women's sports was created so women could have an even playing field to compete in because they cannot compete with men. Professional a professional female athlete more than likely cannot compete with a professional male athlete. You know what I'm saying? That's why the WNBA women ain't playing in the NBA. That's why
Some of them can though. I ain't gonna hold you.
but
skill wise,
typically
But typically, yeah.
that's why fucking women's tennis ain't mixed with men's tennis, because it's women would be at a major disadvantage, you know what I'm saying? And letting trans women compete in any sport, maybe not any sport, but when it's a really physical sport like swimming, you know what I'm saying? Like it's obvious to anybody who ain't batshit crazy that it's a fucking disadvantage, and that person is taking a spot away from a real woman.
Thank you.
yeah,
And erasing whatever they could have accomplished,
yeah.
that they done work their whole life for.
You get their dreams
To get their dreams just shit on. And everybody in that pool that's competing with this dude, they can't even speak up and say nothing because they probably get kicked out of the
For being
motherfucking
against-
sport.
Yeah, and I think it's just gonna take a really hard reality slap before this thing comes to light.
I think
Everybody
women
goes,
will. I think women, if they continue with this shit, growing this shit, I think women are gonna start. Because you
gonna
gotta
have
think
to.
women already progressed. Protesting about having equal rights with men when it comes to jobs and shit. Now they gonna be like, damn, now the men can be women.
They starting to
Yeah.
really speak up about the shit now because it's really a woman's plight. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that, like we can say shit till we blue in the face, but until women really stand up and speak up and be like, this some bullshit. Like the shit just gonna get worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? And
I got a funny story about transgender.
you met one in the club or something.
I ain't hell no. Nigga.
Go ahead.
I'm swinging. I'm doing Will Smith smacks. I don't play that. Nigga. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
What's the story though?
So here it goes. So, I ain't gonna put his name out there. I'm laughing because he knows who it is. But nigga said, he I ain't gonna even say the location where he went, but he went somewhere. He's out of the country, out of America. He went somewhere. He said he met a girl, and the girl was like, she looked good, and he was like, yeah, she's bad. Like he texted like, my cousins, people he knew, was like, yo, I'm about to go home with her. She bad, da da da. Say he went to the crib and shit, was chilling with the girl, like da da da, and like they about to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Said
She like my period on.
Nah, he pulled down the pants. pulled down the pants and joint, and he said you can't even tell. Like pull down the pants, whole meat flung out.
Oh
And
man!
he said, I was like, yo, bro, like, what you do, bro? He was like, and I knew the story was real because he said he was in such shock.
Then he started
Yeah,
hearing.
because you know how if I be thinking like if you would have asked me that, what did that happen to you? You know I would say some gay shit like, you gonna fuck that nigga up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
be Will Smith that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
But like he said his reaction has always been that too. Like when somebody said if that happened to you, I'm respect.
Yeah.
He said, but when it happened to him, he was such a shocked that it happened to him. He just got up out of there. He was like, nah, I ain't gay. Like,
You start hearing that "Who Wants to Be a Millionaire's" music. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
A, B, C.
Yeah.
Shorty does not look like a dude at all. Looks like for really like a woman.
Yeah, they really progressing these days, and like some of them you can't really fucking tell. Some of them is super obvious, but the more they take them hormones and shit, and surgeries are getting more and more advanced and shit. That's why I'm glad I'm not in the fucking dating world no more.
Oh man, I went to the club in Malaysia. I was over there performing at Teddy O years ago. And then,
Okay.
yeah, man, we was going to the city, and I mean, I was like, man, that's a bad chick, and we was with one of the management lady, you know.
Oh no, you got fooled?
She said, no, it ain't. And I was like, that's a nice girl there. She's, that's a nice girl. I said, forget it. I'll leave it. Just leave it. I'm just going to enjoy myself here and go home.
So everyone you was pointing at was?
Yeah, I mean, it was in the city. It was just a lot of it.
I mean, it was
man.
Malaysia.
We went, yeah. And,
He said, luckily the lights was on. Like, luckily the lights was on. Nigga, you fuck around, that happened to you. It's how I put it in your butt. So
That shit is so terrifying, man. That's how a lot of trans people get killed.
yes, brother. Yes.
Cause people like the person is lucky that he didn't fucking have a reaction and fucking really go off.
yeah,
a lot
because
of dudes,
that is like some people that is like very traumatized.
yeah.
So if you got in a situation, members, would you kill him?
I think I wouldn't kill him.
Nah, but I'd be extremely mad.
I'd be mad. I think I would do
Will Smith mad.
I'd be like,
Movie slap.
I would get into the biggest argument. Be like, yo, what the fuck is good with you? Like,
especially if you drunk and shit.
Yeah.
I think I would just get up and leave. You know what I'm saying?
I know some niggas that
Ain't going to prison for
that was drunk and it was like,
And they
fuck
was
it.
like, fuck it, move that shit to the side.
I lost a friend like that.
For real.
They came in all dog, man. I was in the club in the
I
army.
ain't trying to get
What you mean?
cancer.
What you mean you lost a friend like that?
Yeah, we was in the station, man. And Nelligan Barry's in Stuttgart, man. Yeah, it was a late night in the club, man, and it was like a weekday, and he just came, man. We talked in the morning, you know, brother. And he's a good-looking brother, sharp brother, man. Can pull women, everything, man.
Yeah.
He just told me, I said, hey, what's up, man? He said, yeah, I'll tell you, man. I got to tell you something, man. I got to tell you something, you know. I'm like, hey, what's up, dog, you know? Oh, man. And Wilson pulled me last night. I said, Wilson
Pulled him?
Yeah, he got pulled by Wilson was a gay dude in the army, you know. And he, you know, in the evening, he dress up and stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I mean, just because you couldn't get no tail on a weeknight in the club and all these women you know, and Wilson pulled you. Yeah, man, Wilson pulled me, man. I took him back to the room, man.
And he just came out and told you this?
I was drunk. Nigga, you telling me now you wasn't that drunk. You telling me about what you did.
Yeah, ain't like he was blackout drunk if you remember the whole shit. I ain't never heard no story like that before.
I was drunk, T, man. I was like, I still spoke to him when I see him on post. That was it, man. I was like,
You broke ties with him after that?
No, I still spoke with him. I didn't rub with him anymore. I just spoke to him and said, I made the distance come in.
Oh, okay. You ain't want him to
we
pull
wasn't
you.
on bad. I feel funny, man, up in the shower or something, man.
I couldn't talk to him.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
I didn't feel the same way, you know. It's like that.
Look, man, I don't got nothing against these people. Like, I don't have nothing against them. Like, respect goes both ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't flow like that. You
Yeah.
feel me? So go ahead.
That's how I feel too. Is like
But if you're a transgender, I could be cool with a trans. Don't get me wrong now.
Yeah.
Like, I could be cool.
I can be cordial with you,
Yes.
but I don't want no like relationship. Like I can't
Yes.
be friends.
Yes.
Now I could be friends with a transgender.
Like hang out.
I mean, yeah, I could probably hang out with a transgender. But I could. Nah, it wouldn't bother me because if the person is the person, I'm talking about when it comes like You know, like, but that's another thing. Like, we gotta, you know, kind of respect too, because just because they transgender doesn't mean that they like every fucking person and they trying to get with.
Yeah, but it's like it's gonna make me uncomfortable. You know, if it's a trans, like for me, like I have no problem hanging out with like a lesbian chick. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman being gay doesn't gross me out like a man being gay.
You can't be friends with a gay guy.
No.
I got friends.
Maybe if they my cousin or some shit. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
you know?
no, there's nothing wrong.
Nothing
with that.
against them or nothing, but I don't.
It makes you feel uncomfortable.
It'll make me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to. I don't want to be hanging around.
I got gay friends. Nah, that's something. I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but I actually got a gay friend out here in Germany, and he is like he's gay, but he's like family to me. Like he, you know what I'm saying, and he like it's kind of you know it's kind of funny because like. He respects. He's also friends with my wife. Like that's one of her close friends. But you know how it go. You befriend people that your wife knows and stuff. And we used to when I was going to the club and shit before Imani and shit like that. I would go out all that. Like he would come with us. But he has so much respect for our relationship because he's been around our relationship. Yeah. And like shit, like I'm comfortable enough. Like even like when I get ready or something, we go somewhere. He'll be like he'll be like. Yeah, man, it looks good. It looks good on you. You know what I'm saying? But he don't. It's not on no disrespect. Like, damn, I'm trying to fuck you. You look good. Like, he, you know, I could take his advice. I don't feel uncomfortable. Like, he's a really cool dude. That's like my man. So like,
I mean, if
it's about respect, bro. It's about respect.
It's just like it's for me. It's like if it's because it's two types. I mean, it's a lot of types of gay men, I guess. But for me, it's. When a gay dude is like flamboyant with that shit and like too womanly and snapping their neck and smacking and smacking their lips and shit, like I don't want to. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be around that shit. If it's a gay dude, if he gay and he just normal, you know what I'm saying, and he can talk normal and not trying to overdo and project his sexuality on everybody. Then of course, cool. We can be cool.
But this friend, he's when he's like that, he goes out. He's like he dresses like a dude and all that, but he's a little flamboyant with it. But it doesn't make me mad, uncomfortable. I mean, some things do make. I wouldn't say it makes me uncomfortable, but it does in a little bit. But I can. You know, I just like I can make a joke about it or disregard it, and he knows it too. Like but I respect him, bro. He you know, for me, it has to do with respect. Now, I've had my run-in with situations where, especially when I ain't trying to talk bad about Atlanta, but we talked about it when I was living in Fort Benning. I would go to Atlanta. My older sister was going to Spelman, and I would go out there, go to like Lenox Mall, and it'd be. Motherfucker, it be like gangsters.
Atlanta is the gay capital of America.
Like they gay, like and like my thing is like coming up to me and be like, yo, what's your number? Like, come on, bro. Like I don't nothing, and stuff like that would make me feel uncomfortable and mad because I'm kind of like, yo, bro, what am I doing that's making you feel like you come up to me and ask a random? I feel like before you push that narrative on somebody, like you gotta know the person, like exactly. Normal people are not just walking around here gay. Feel me? And that's what, and I don't mean that in disrespectful. What you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like what you said, like basically like pushing that, infringing that shit on. Like don't come up to me asking me for my fucking number unless you know for sure if I'm gay or I'm not gay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't just come up to me asking me for my number.
Most straight men will go be a little bit offended by that.
Yeah,
shit
I feel offended. Like that's why I'm making it uncomfortable. But like I said, but the crazy thing is like people on the internet probably gonna be like, oh, that's fucked up, but I don't give a fuck. I'm myself, but at the same time, I honestly have no problem at all whatsoever. I honestly respect those people who want to be transgender, who want to be gay. Like I think you should like literally live your life the way you want to live. Exactly what you said. Live your life how you want to live your life. But when it comes down to me personally, there's a way you gotta, you know what I'm saying? If you know me, there's a way to approach me. You gotta approach me even if you straight, you gotta approach me on a certain way. So you know what I'm saying? So, and that's just what I'm just talking about on that aspect. That's just how it is with me. It's the approach, bro. Like we could chill and shit. I could chill with a transgender. Like I don't got no. Like I feel like if you being a nigga said, look, I feel like if you're a person You could, we can mob, we could chill and shit like that. But as soon as you on some moving hot, like, you start moving hot, nah, like, I don't even
like you do something good and they pat you on the ass like good job, like
you start moving hot like that, like you trying to be trying to be slick, because
good job, bro.
Look,
good job,
you got the motherfuckers, right? Yeah. You got the motherfuckers that'll be like, I respect you, but try to be slick with it.
But be grooming you the whole goddamn time, trying to ease their way.
Try to pull you. Like,
exactly. That's what happened to his boy.
Yeah,
he got pulled.
He got pulled.
It's those ones. And I ain't trying to say those ones. But if he those ones, I'll be like, yo, my nigga, like, you gotta be like, yo, I'll beat your ass.
But hanging out with them, you kind of opening yourself up to either them trying to turn you, or maybe you beating their ass for them trying to.
I'm like, I see you when we out there.
If you met my friend, I know you probably like, nah. But if you met my friend, bro, you would like, he's like, come on.
If he
like,
flamboyant, I can't be around him, bro. I can't.
Look. You
can't
know,
do it.
Look, you know me, bro. Like, that shit, don't, look, put it like this.
And you got a level of
that ain't no invitation for niggas.
You got a level of separation because you friends with him by proxy of your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got a level of separation, so well, okay, this nigga know I'm married, and my wife cool with him, so I gotta be cool with this nigga. You know?
Not really.
But you wouldn't have just met this nigga at the one, and he came up to you like, I don't even want to do that movement. Like what's your name? Like. You'd have been like, yeah, I can hang out with this nigga.
Hell no. But like ever since hanging out with him, I'm like, because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Back then, I had a problem. Like, I was kind of like you, like, nah, I can't be around it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I would say that part of me. Like, and I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying like this is just my point of view. Like, I felt like being like that is like some type of form of like being ignorant, because they're still people. You know what I'm saying? They still can be normal. The ones that respect you and stuff like that. So he kind of like made the atmosphere to, okay, this is some space, there's some room, because not all of them are exactly like how I thought they all were.
But that's what you said. They can be normal. That's why I say, like, normal. I ain't got no problem if they just normal and ain't trying to every second remind me that they fucking like
booties
so
let me
and
ask
shit.
You a question. What if you have a friend? that is, you cool with the nigga, like, this is your close friend, like, nigga, like, yeah, bro, so you can stay on the couch and all that, and like, he's cool with you, you respect him, and then that nigga came up to you, was like, yo, bro, like,
I got something to tell you.
Tell you, and I kind of like, I know you're going through with your wife, Tommy, but you know what I'm saying?
If he come at me like that,
I always loved you, bro.
Oh, hell nah. That nigga got to get as far away from me as possible.
What if you grew up with this nigga, that's your friend and all that?
That shit is dead after that, nigga.
All right, I got another.
No heart.
That shit is dead, nigga.
I got another story, man.
Okay.
Real short. I've known a guy too.
Open the doors open.
Yeah, and he got to kick rocks after that one.
I've known a cat from the military, man, for a lot of years, military police over here and stuff. And hit the clubs together, hang out, everything, boom.
Nigga put out the handcuffs on you?
Nah, I probably wanted to. I didn't find out till years later, but man, we hit the club, man, and you jump up on a couple honeys together, man. Not together, but snatching up in the club, right, and everything, whatever. So anyway, then years later, man, and then all of a sudden, man, years later, and he was on this girl that I really liked, man, and she ended up getting with him. I never could get with her, and I was like, okay, pick up, man, you good, and which was cool with me. Anyway, but then years later, man, he just started sending me suspect pictures, man.
Oh no, he sent you pictures in his tighty whities and shit.
Not even. It was like.
Or it's pictures of him like smashing other chicks or something?
No, check it out. It was like I never had any suspect. He never did anything to make you look left or right. Never did.
Okay.
Unless I just missed something, but it just wasn't there. All of a sudden, I was out of the blue. He just messaged me a picture, man. It's like two two dudes laying in the bed, looking at each other and flicking each other's lips, like. What the fuck? That's exactly. And I just went, and I was like, where the fuck this come from?
I would have got tight up that.
Maybe he made a mistake.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I was like, cuz, it's like a white dude and a black dude
making excuses for that nigga.
They just flicking each other's lips and shit. like a Netflix original.
Yeah. So then, after that, I was like, you scratch your head the whole time and you hoping, I hope not, man. I hope not all of you.
Yeah.
And then another picture comes after that, and it's also suspect. It comes like a week later, and I was like, that's it.
Oh, he let you marinate on it for a week?
Yeah.
See,
He said,
I get tight off that.
and it was just a shock because I know this cat made, let's say, 10 years.
Yeah.
Never saw nothing like that.
That's
Nothing
what I'm
was
saying.
all about women.
He was grooming. He was trying to groom you the whole
man,
time. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
nigga.
it was a CBT.
I don't even like that word, grooming. I don't even like that word.
Oh, man.
Try to groom me.
Yeah, nigga, that's what they be doing, man.
Man, he was prepping me up, man. I was like,
That's what they love turning motherfuckers out.
It was a shock, man. It was a shock. I never expected this from this dude.
But what did you reply to the picture though?
Never replied back. I just went block, boom, low step. I was like, it's over because it was just so
So awkward, right?
Man, I was like, you say something to him, there's nothing to say. I just saw this, so I said, just close the door, man. Close, pop, boom, just
I'm
leave
too. Look, bro.
I don't see dog, man. I don't get down like that, man. I can't believe you can't even believe you approached me with some shit like
But you
that.
was serious about it too. You said that shit. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. And I ain't saying like every gay dude is gonna try to holler at me or some shit. It's just like
You trying to protect yourself.
it ain't that I'm even trying to protect myself. It's just I don't feel comfortable in that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I just don't. I'm a masculine dude. You know, like that's just I just don't like if I see if I'm watching Netflix and I see a fucking gay scene,
Click.
nigga, I'm fast forwarding that shit with the quickness, you know. Every time I watch a Netflix original, I keep the remote in my hand with my finger on the motherfucking trigger, just in case some niggas pop up on the screen with their butts out or some shit, you know. Cause I'm just not trying to see it. I respect it. That's what you want to do. Is how you want to live your life.
All right.
But I'm real picky about like my straight friends, you know. Like I'm not friends with it's real hard for me to pick and choose like who I vibe with as a friend. You know what I'm saying? And that ultimately, like fundamentally, I cannot relate to you as a gay man.
True.
You know, and we ain't got no business
Nothing in
hanging
common.
out.
Thank you.
What the fuck are we gonna talk about? Nothing. But a gay woman, she like the same shit I do. She probably got mannerisms, like manly mannerisms and shit. I like bitches too, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't feel threatened. I don't feel like you gonna do nothing to me. You know, I'm not gonna do nothing to you. We just like homeboys, you know?
Exactly.
So
I
that's why
understand that.
I'm cool. I can be like, it doesn't gross me out when I see two women. It actually turns me on. So why not, you know? But gay men, fundamentally, I can't agree with that lifestyle, and I don't want nothing to do with it, you know? But live and let live. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you, but we don't share the same space. You know? We can't. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? But
respectfully.
But then again, like if I had a friend that like I grew up with, you know, he wasn't, you know, he didn't feel like he was gay and stuff, and he grew up because I got a cousin who's like that, you know. He grew up, he had sex with women and stuff like that, and that's still my cousin. Personalities, we cool with each other and shit like that, and you know, come to find out he likes men, like, but he doesn't put that into like, you know, he's still himself. He's still the same nigga I grew up with.
He your cousin.
I mean? Yeah.
I got a gay cousin, or I had a gay cousin. He died a few years ago. Nobody, like, mysteriously, he just disappeared for like a week, and then somebody found him in his room dead, you know, and we still don't know. I think he might have committed suicide or some shit. But like, we grew up together. His mom would babysit me. My mom had to work and shit, you know what I'm saying? And the signs were always there that he was gay, you know?
Ever notice that though, when you got older, you just didn't know what niggas was doing?
Yeah.
You just didn't understand it.
Yeah, I
know
didn't
what I'm
understand it because he had like all the feminine mannerisms and shit. You know, he
but
was a real big Spice Girls fan. You know,
we with Spice Girls.
Yeah, the nigga stole the Spice Girls CD from Walmart one time and got caught. I was like, nigga, Spice Girls?
Big sign.
He was like, yeah,
but
I love the Spice Girls.
like that's what I'm saying. Like with me, it was like that too. Like I just didn't know what gay was, you know, at that age. Like I
knew what it was, and I knew he had them tendencies, but for me, and people used to call him gay, but I used to get upset when they called him gay because I was so tight with him and shit, and I couldn't come to terms with, you know, because he didn't tell me he was gay, and he used to get up. I used to see him get upset when people would call him gay and shit. So I used to fight niggas over calling him gay and shit, you know.
Nigga was really gay.
And then like shit kept happening. Like we would play Power Rangers as kids on the trampoline. He would always want to be the pink or the yellow one, type shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
knew all they moves and shit. I'm like, I would be scratching my head like, nigga, why you always want to be Kimberly or something? And then like,
like be the red one.
yeah, like why you want to be Tommy or somebody like the green or the black? He's like, nah,
I
like Tiffany's moves.
I like Tiffany's
You know, when
moves.
you young, you explaining shit.
Yeah, and I'd be like, all right, somebody got to be the pink one then.
Somebody got to be. It ain't gonna be me.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be me. I'm the Black Power Ranger. And then we grew up a little bit more, and I went off to the Army. He went off to college, and he got a scholarship. I hit him up, and I was like, "It's cool. You getting it? It was a good college too." I was like, "What kind of scholarship you got?" He was like, "Oh, I got a cheerleading scholarship." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "But you just did that just so you can be close to the chicks, right?" He was like, yeah. Because he didn't want to tell me because I used to get so angry when people used to call him gay and shit. Yeah. And then this was a little bit after that, and then I would rationalize it with myself, like, nah, this nigga ain't gay.
I'm Kimberly.
Yeah. But I would rationalize it in my head and make it make sense, you know, because I would answer shit for him, like the cheerleading shit. I was like, you just want to be close to the girls, see up their skirts, shit like that. You not gay, right? He was like, yeah. And then what the straw that broke the motherfucking camel's back, this was when MySpace was still cool. I went on this nigga MySpace, and he had like a whole album, like 50 pictures, posing in tighty whities. I'm talking about like poking his ass out, you know, all the poses you can imagine the gay dude would do. He was doing them, and I hit him up, and I was like, "Bruh, I think you uploaded the wrong album to your MySpace page." I was like, "Do you see what you uploaded?"
Somebody broke in your page.
Yeah, I was like, "I think you uploaded a private album."
He finally told you.
Yeah, that's when he finally told me. He was like, I got something to tell you, Junior.
And you still wasn't going with it.
I still wasn't going with it. And I was like, but when he said that, I was like, oh.
I get it like now. You knew, but
I was like, I knew. I was like, why you didn't tell me? He was like, because you used to always want to beat niggas up for calling me gay. And I was like,
really was.
Yeah. I was like, he was like, I really was, but I couldn't tell you. I thought you'd be mad. And I was like, man, I still love you, nigga. Like, it ain't gonna. We family, you know. Like, you could have told me, and I could have saved whooping a lot of niggas' ass behind that shit, you know. But he was like, yeah, I was just scared and shit like that, you know.
Yeah,
but it didn't change. It didn't change my relationship with him because he my family and shit, you know. Yeah. But random niggas, nah, I can't vibe with you. Shit. If you gay, you know what I'm saying. But women, I'm cool. I'm cool with lesbians.
I get that too, man. I mean, I ain't gonna call them on the phone, so that's gonna hang out. But if I see you out, I'm gonna be cordial with you as long as you respect me and everything. I'll be cordial, but I ain't going out of my way.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, man, let's go run. Let's hit the streets, you know.
So shit, that would be the question right here. So how would, you know, to the audience, how would you feel? Like, do you feel, if you're a male, do you feel comfortable hanging out with another male that may be gay, and you know, vice versa
for women,
for the women? You know, does it you know, and what's your take on it? And we gonna drop it in the you know,
we'll drop it on the Instagram, and let us know in the comments. So we'll read some of y'all comments on the next episode.
Exactly. Be real as fuck. If you ain't like certain things that we talked about, I feel like you got to say something. You can also say, you know, react to that. We're gonna say your name on the, you know, on the podcast and read off exactly what it says, and we'll give our spiel on that.
Exactly. And with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up. Tony, you got anything else you want to say, a plug before we get out of here?
Yes, sir. everybody, hit me up on Instagram, Tony Davis _official. And stop by and say hello. And much love to everybody.
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
Having you on here, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you
Definitely
stopping through, man. It was a good conversation, man.
Man, it was a pleasure, man. This is an awesome studio, man. Tommy, you put the work in, man.
It's nice.
Man, if I wasn't so scared, I'd come out here and get a tattoo, man.
It's nice. It's nice.
You
Nice
guys
setup.
are making it happen, man. It's a real pleasure to be here, gentlemen.
Yeah, we definitely want to have you on again, sometime.
Definitely.
Tap in and talk more about what's going on with you and, with the music and all that. Drop, and Tommy is going to probably tag you in there. So, with the whole Instagram thing, so everybody will be able to follow. Yeah, man.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right, with that being said, this is the Quote Goats podcast. This was episode 9. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. And, we'll see y'all next time.
Gang.
Peace.
All right. Blessings.
Yo, if you enjoyed this podcast, you already know what to do.
And if you don't know what to do, I'm going to tell you what to do. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell icon, and give us a like. Because it's the Quote Goat podcast, man. You can't go wrong. Tune in every weekday, 6 o'clock, Friday, full episodes on YouTube and Spotify. Hit us up on the Instagram. Give us topics. And we appreciate it, man. Quote Goats podcast. We out.